What's up everyone, Lion Roar here, and today I am going to playtest the Celphos clan. I hope you enjoyed my videos where I did a breakdown and analysis of them as well as a big summons video, and today I've made the decision on which one to level and playtest, the male or the female. So let's get to it. But first, download Gemstone Legends, a mobile RPG puzzle match game. Use the link in the description to start with free stuff, including a bonus hero. Alright, so if you haven't seen my other two videos on the Celphos clan, make sure to go check them out because I provide a lot of really valuable information on these two, the male and the female, their skills, the traits that go well with them, the clan trait, and possible synergies. And if you had watched those videos, you might remember that I said the male and the female were very, very even, and I'd be happy with either one, but I was leaning towards the male. So who did I ultimately go with? Well, I went with the female. And the reason actually has nothing to do with the skills or anything like that. Quite honestly, and I know this might disappoint some people, but it simply had to do with the fact that I got more copies of the female when I summoned than I did of the male, and that helped me get her to 15 stars so I could get the bug mask, because the bug mask was just that good. And all the runes that came with it. It was just that good. I had to do it. So here we are. But I'll tell you what, like I said, I was going to be happy with both. And the more that I study these two, and now that I have the female and I've played around with her a little bit, the more even I think they are. They just do very different things. So if you need that big hitter, that big AoE hitter, then go after the male. He's going to be good in synergies where you have other strength increasers, like maybe even pairing him with the female, right? But of course with female Lionstone and Aeson, and maybe even like if you put him in the back row and you put the female Ho clan in there. So, but the female, she's different. She's used way differently. In fact, she's there to support the rest of the team primarily. However, she does an absurd amount of damage too, at least in a lot of other videos I've seen and things like that. You do have to focus on building the traits like that, and I'm going to show you what traits I put on her. So, of course, we have her clan trait there, and I know it's at 18. You typically don't want to do that, but I wanted to playtest her. You lock in the skill at 18 if you level it up to 15 stars. But hey, I've got another copy of the female, so I can work on the intimacy later. It's fine. I went with brutal, honorable, agile, and focused. I think brutal makes sense because of all the damage done by strength, and she can be a very good damage dealer. Agile and focused, of course, I just want her to be as fast as possible. Honorable is maybe the one where you have some room to play around with it. Honestly, I could have gone with a number of things. Ambitious is a great one here. Especially if you want to get her off as fast as possible because she's increasing the strength of your entire team. You want her going off before anybody else on your team. So ambitious is great there. Some people put fierce there just to increase the damage that much further. I think that makes her a little bit too fragile, if you will. So I went with honorable. And the reason I went with honorable is because if we take a look at this skill over here, she deals ink damage, and it's a lot of damage, but she needs to be hit in order to deal that ink damage. So she needs to survive hits. So that's why I went with honorable. I did sacrifice a little bit of overall damage to make sure she was able to take damage and stay alive, and over the course of a match do ultimately more damage, in my mind. Who's to say that's exactly right? That's why we're going to test it out today. So let's jump into the arena. So first, I'm going to go with a meta team, which means I'm putting female Celphos with a lot of the champions you're going to see on current top teams, like with a Phoenix, Bloodstorm champion who's at level 700, and a female Dvala who's at level 700, because I want to see how she stacks up with them. Plus, she's going to pump their strength up, which is really great. I've got my female Ho, who's going to neutralize their strongest champion on the other side. That's a female Dvala. And of course, I've got my female Lionstone, who's pretty much mandatory on a team like this. Now, notice where I position female Celphos. I have her up in the front with a female Lionstone, against a female Lionstone, I should say, because I want her to get hit, but I don't want her to take too much damage and die. So that's going to be my goal. Just get her to fire off once, because I want her to use her ink. I want her to pump the team, and then everybody else can do the damage. This is just meant to be a quick hitting team. They do have a female Ho over there too, so my biggest damage dealer, my female Davala, is also going to be a little bit neutralized. But let's just see how this goes here. Unfortunately, she's silenced. Stay alive just long enough. Man, she's silenced for a long time. Why is she, like, permanently silenced? Come on. There we go. And there's the ink. Oh my gosh. Okay, we got her off once, so that's good. Now we gotta hope the rest of the champions can just bring it home. Alright, so she survived this long. Alright! We did it! Nice. Okay, awesome. That was really awesome. So let's check the stats here, and actually, wow. She, you know, I mean, she didn't do nearly as much damage as my Phoenix did, but she did more than female Davala. That's unbelievable. Oh my gosh. That's my 700 level female Davala. And my female Celphos at 500 just beat out my female Davala. My female Davala, by the way, is level 80 Vigor. My female Celphos is like level 16 Vigor. Okay, let's try another matchup. For this next one, I'm going to go with a bit more of a conventional lineup. One a lot of mid-tier players might have, or mid-crossing into upper tier. Because I've got some good champions here. I've got the male Bloom, I've got the female Gultang over here, and of course the female Ho from the last one. But I don't have the Bloodcraft champions. I know that they're hard to attain, and I could just have them max level, but I want to match up evenly with the opponent here, who most of the champions are like in the mid 500s, and they do have a level 700 female Davala. But here's the challenge for me on this one. I am not bringing a female Davala. I want to see how my team can do against their female Davala and other champions who are similarly leveled, by combining my female Celphos with some of the control features of the female Ho and the female Gultang. Because remember, female Celphos also has some control elements. And of course, I've got the male Bloom to try and take care of the back line. So we're hopefully only going to have to worry about their female Davala, who's going to be somewhat neutralized by the female Ho. Let's see how this one goes. Again, I'm just looking for the female Celphos to live long enough to go off. There, she went off right away this time instead of getting silenced for like ages. Alright, now here's where the big damage is hopefully going to come in. Okay, yeah, and just like I thought, we took care of almost the whole entire other side. We just have to deal with their female Davala, and hope we can survive that. But look, the female Ho's basically just, I mean, all the control elements. Female Ho's got her, like, stunned, basically. Not stunned, but just not able to do anything. And then with female Gultang and female Celphos, they just come in and are able to wreck her. Look at the damage! Oh my gosh. Again. Wow. Female Celphos holding her own with the damage. It's like a female Lionstone that does her own huge amount of damage. But of course, you still need the female Lionstone in there because female Lionstone's also pumping up her damage. They're feeding off of each other. But look at that. My my female Gultang and especially my male Bloom are like more highly leveled than my female Celphos. Like, my male Bloom here is level 600, but she's right there, right up there in damage with those two. And I have a lot more to go as far as leveling her. She's surprisingly good. Okay, next matchup. I'm going to go full control on this one. So it is going to be slow and plodding, but hopefully will just completely prevent my opponent from being able to go off. Again, I'm underpowered at 20 million power with them at 24 million power. But what I'm hoping for here is basically for my female Gultang and my female Celphos to do all the damage to win. But they have much better damage dealers on the other side. So what I'm going to do is try to have my female Galabar slow them down so that their specials aren't going off. Remember, she stops everyone in their tracks, and if you can get her going, she can go off multiple times. Female Ho, of course, same thing, neutralize their strongest opponent on the other side. And remember, her trait is pumping up the strength of the champions in the back. So I've got female Lionstone, I've got my female Ho, and I've got my female Celphos all pumping up the female Celphos' damage as well as the female Gultang. Now, the reason I put the female Celphos in the back this time is primarily because the Gultang and the Celphos are the only ones that are really dealing damage in this particular build, and so I need them in the back in order to gain that extra from the female Ho. That does mean she's usually less likely to fire her ink off in this case, but there is a Tidestorm on the other side that might be shooting at her. There is a Bloodstorm on the other side that might hit her. That one kind of cycles through. The Scarlet cycles through all the champions and possibly could hit her. And the Samir might make his way into the back line. Let's see. All right, female Lionstone, first one off. Then, yeah, good. Female Celphos. Ugh, the female Celphos got hit with that Tidestorm. But look at this. We're controlling them pretty good. All right. She's staying alive. I think my Galabar's healing her, actually. Wow. You can see the control elements at work there. I'll tell you what, that was slow, but that was fun. That was fun to watch. And let's take a look at the damage. Yeah, there's the female Gultang really carried the day as far as damage there. But, I mean, again, female Celphos, like, not bad. Not bad for not being, like, super highly leveled or leveled up with vigor or anything like that. I mean, she's a legitimate damage dealer. I'm going to tell you right now, and that's surprising to me. I thought with her skills, we wouldn't see her doing as much damage. And I'm actually like wondering where all this damage is even coming from because I don't see her ink that often. So that's three very different but great ways to use the female Celphos in an arena matchup. And I'm impressed. I'm really impressed. Of course, there's a lot more testing to be done against like bosses and things like that, where I think she's going to be quite excellent as well and being able to pump the rest of the team. I've already taken her against a raid boss and she like increased the damage of my team incredibly. So she is now on my raid boss team. I think she's going to do really well in Dungeon Descent and pretty much almost anywhere. Valley of Conquerors, Guild Conquest. She's great. She's probably better than I expected. So I think she's worth it, and I am very happy with her. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoy videos like this, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification, and I will catch you in the next one.